Why is Hinata shy? Why did she fall in love with someone who is her complete opposite? How did she overcome her shyness? Today, we're going to analyze Hinata. My name is Oliver. I have a background in psychology, and this is the Psychology of Anime channel, which aims to contextualize psychology through anime characters. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button because you are the ones responsible for bringing this content and for the continuation of the channel. I'm counting on you. Hinata is a Hyuga, a very important clan in Konoha. She possesses the Byakugan, a powerful dojutsu that allows her to see through objects and see for miles, which she may have used to keep an eye on Naruto. Just kidding, but it's true. The key to understanding Hinata's shyness might lie in her childhood. She comes from an important family with enormous expectations placed on her, especially by her demanding father. In the book The Price of Privilege by Madeline Levine, it's revealed that excessive expectations can negatively affect a child's self-esteem. It's as if she never felt good enough. This early phase of Hinata's childhood might hold the key to discovering the root of her shyness. During this period, little Hinata meets Naruto and notices that he is different from the others. Naturally, Hinata, being introverted, falls in love with who else? Naruto, an extrovert. What's the difference between an introvert and an extrovert? Psychiatrist Carl Jung, the founder of analytical psychology, coined these terms in his book Psychological Types. An extrovert is someone who is more sociable, charismatic, and enjoys being surrounded by lots of people. They prefer talking to listening, just like Naruto. On the other hand, an introvert is someone less sociable, who thinks a lot before speaking, enjoys being alone, prefers listening over talking, and tends to be more sensitive, like Hinata. Itachi is also a classic example of an introvert, and while Hinata is an introvert, she is also shy. The word shyness comes from the Greek word timeo, which means fear. Essentially, a shy person fears being judged by others. Shy people typically don't interact with others because they're afraid of disapproval and judgment. Meanwhile, an introvert doesn't interact with others simply because they don't want to. They prefer being alone most of the time, or in the company of a few trusted people. That's the main difference. When Hinata encounters Naruto during the Chunin exam, her insecurity becomes apparent, especially around him. It's a challenge for her to make eye contact or even exchange words with him, clearly showing how introverted she is. An important characteristic of introverts is their sensitivity. They are highly observant, so much so that Hinata noticed Naruto's true feelings and saw him for who he really was. While everyone else viewed him as a monster or just a troublemaker, Hinata could see his true self, thanks to her heightened sensitivity. But why does Hinata become shy around the person she loves? Why does this happen? As I mentioned, shyness is rooted in the fear of judgment. Who do you think Hinata feared judgment from the most? The person she loves? The person she wants to impress. So every time she got close to Naruto or interacted with him, she became extremely concerned about what he would think of her, which made her freeze up, tremble, and blush. A shy person is so worried about what others will think of them that their spontaneity disappears, and they end up freezing as if everything is going to go wrong. It's a mix of narcissism, pessimism, and insecurity. And what else happens to our Hinata? She blushes. Our sympathetic nervous system is responsible for fight, flight, and stress responses. So, when we're in a situation that feels dangerous, our heart pumps more blood, giving us more energy. More blood is sent to our legs so we can run, and a shy person sees a simple conversation as a stressful situation. This situation causes facial flushing. The heart pumps more blood, dilating the veins, and the increased blood flow causes blushing. Psychologist Elaine Aron states that people who blush easily tend to be more sensitive, which explains why Hinata has such high sensitivity. Now, when shyness becomes incapacitating and significantly hinders a person's life, it could be social anxiety disorder, characterized by an excessive fear of interacting with others, leading to trembling and, in more severe cases, fainting. This is something that happens to Hinata. Hinata often faints in situations where she suddenly needs to interact with Naruto, only in those specific situations. She might have what we call a restricted social phobia. She only feels this excessive fear in one specific situation, when she interacts with Naruto. Now imagine, Hinata had a difficult childhood, with excessive demands from her father, insecurity, and low self esteem because of it. And on top of that, she experiences restricted social phobia, specifically with the person she loves. Every interaction she had with Naruto was a challenge. She had to challenge herself every time to compete for his love. Naruto has many qualities, but he struggles to recognize emotions, largely because he never experienced fraternal love. He didn't know his parents when he was young, and it took him a long time to feel what love truly is. He didn't experience displays of love during his childhood, which made it difficult for him to recognize Hinata's affection towards him. He couldn't see her love. But then there comes a day when she takes a gigantic step towards overcoming her shyness. During the fight against Pain, when Naruto is defeated, and Hinata steps in to protect him. This moment is also significant because she openly expresses her feelings for him. She tells him that she loves him. But how did she manage to do this despite being so shy? She stopped focusing on herself in that moment and thought about something greater, protecting Naruto and the village. It no longer mattered what he thought of her. What mattered was his protection. This shift allowed her to break through her shyness in that moment, enabling her to reveal her feelings and what she was experiencing. And this is my advice to you to help with your shyness. Try not to focus on yourself, but instead focus on something bigger, on other people. When I started thinking this way, it greatly helped improve my shyness. As contradictory as it may seem, shyness can be linked to egocentrism, a focus too much on oneself, which hinders us because we think others are constantly watching and focusing on us. This excessive focus on ourselves causes us to freeze. Think about that. Now, if what you're feeling is more than just shyness and it's incapacitating your life, it might be social anxiety disorder, and you should seek help from a specialist. Don't suffer in silence. Hinata showed me true perseverance. She overcame her fears and challenges in pursuit of the well-being and future of the person she loves, even though it was extremely challenging for her. She taught Naruto about emotions. Naruto didn't know much about feelings. She taught him love and gave him the family he always wanted. And if you're introverted, like Sasuke, Hinata, or Itachi, know that being introverted is very positive, even though we live in a world that often demands we be extroverted and not true to ourselves. Susan Cain, in her great book, Quiet, The Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking, which I highly recommend, says that introverts are good listeners, creative, inventive, and sensitive. They can be excellent leaders because they have a greater ability to understand others' feelings. So, Naruto, you were very lucky that Hinata loved you and chose you. So that's it, everyone. Thank you so much to the 200 subscribers, and as suggested by subscriber Yasmin, when we reach 1,000 subscribers, I'll make a special video about the character Naruto. I'm counting on your subscription and your likes, because you are the ones responsible for me bringing this type of content and for the continuation of the channel. See you next time.